Greetings folks, and I hope your belfry is full of bats wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. So to celebrate Batman Day, Hot Toys have announced this beast of a figure. It's the Hellbat version from the 2013 video game Batman Arkham Origins. Now, as regulars to the channel will know, I am a lover of all things Batman, and in particular I love the game, the Arkham Origins game. I played it to death when it was initially released, and as regulars to the channel will also know, Batman makes up a hefty chunk of the collection that you see behind me, so a bit of a Batman completionist, so super excited to see this figure. It actually comes from the DLC that goes along with the game, Cold, Heart, and I just love the suits that were used in the video game, so much so I've got the original XE version sat on the desk next to me here, and we'll do a little bit of a compare and contrast. But if you're wanting to see see this figure in more detail, in more depth, there's a full review for it on the channel. I'll stick a link at the end of this preview. So what are Hot Toys giving us? Well, let's take a look at the photos, and they've dropped a hefty amount of photos on us. This first shot here, it's a spectacular looking thing, this XE suit, it really is. There are some similarities to this guy next to me, we'll look at those. But first impressions, I've got to say, are superb. I love this colour scheme. I think this red and black colour scheme just works really, really well. As I mentioned before, it's limited to 2,000 units, this particular figure, for particular marketplaces. So it might be a bit of a ball ache getting your hands on this. Mr. Go Figure is going to do his best, and if he does capture it, obviously the review will go straight up on the channel. But yeah, let's have a look at what we're getting here. Straight away, I am super impressed, loving this colour scheme. Just red and black just works incredibly well. Now, I'm spotting some similarities straight away, but we'll cover those. But what you've got here is an epic XE suit, really. It's a thing of beauty. Now, if this original is anything to go by, what we're going to be looking at here is sculpted plastic on top of a nylon man-made fibre suit, which has the sort of these thermal sections screen printed on top of it. But yeah, the detailing looks phenomenal from that ab section there. The electroplated bat symbol on the front of the suit there on his chest. Loving these shoulder pads, these spiked shoulder pads that are going on here. Shoulder pads on the originals didn't have those spikes, and obviously a different colour. Brand new head sculpt, and what a head sculpt it is too. Love that look for the Batman with with a one-piece eye section running across the cowl, those red stripes down the sides, and then running up to the ears at the top there. Just looks phenomenal. And we're getting a look at the wired cape as well. Now, I am assuming they are reusing certain pieces here. They're going to be taking some liberties with reusing pieces, but yeah, you've got that wide cape, and very similar to the original that you see here. Let's move on to the next shot. Action pose. Not the easiest figure in the world to articulate this, because he is a hefty chap. It's got some weight to him, and that XE suit can limit articulation a little bit. Hopefully they'll have made some improvements from this version that you're seeing here, so you can get those arms a little bit higher and stuff. But yeah, getting to see that suit underneath here, and as I say, man-made fibre, and then you've got these plastic sections. I'm going to assume they're plastic, in keeping with the original. On the thigh sections, you've got them on the arms, the biceps there. The swap out hands have that same sort of colour running through them to represent the thermal effect underneath the suit itself. And the detailing on these gauntlets, from the blades on the arms to these sections on the biceps, all looking very, very similar to the original. But the detailing, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that original suit was something to behold. It really is a spectacular piece, this, and I do recommend you check out that review. But yeah, wide cape looking great there. The utility belt's been done in a deep red, where it was more of a silver and black affair before. Let's zip on to the next one. A sort of three-quarter length shot here. You've got him leaning forward, clutching the batarang. Now, I think, I'm just going to have to double check here. Yeah, you get, I think it's 2 batarangs with this. It doesn't say, it says it comes with batarangs. I've got the blurb down here. I need to keep referring to it. But yeah, you get a couple of batarangs and maybe more. You get the grapnel gun, which you can see him clutching here, which I'm assuming is going to be pretty similar, if not the same. What else do you get accessories-wise? The wired cape, obviously, and you get 9 sets of hands. There's going to be hands to grip the batarangs. I believe you've got a communicator hand, which you can use up to the cowl. But the side on this cowl is just phenomenal. I love it. As I mentioned, the colour scheme just works for me, and I just love the design of it. And once again, those spiked shoulder pads, and you're getting to see those really bright oranges and reds that are going on in the suit there. Onto the next one. Above the waist shot there, once again picking out all the intricate details, and there's weathering on this as well. There's weathering on the original and there's weathering on this. You've got weathering on those shoulder pads there. There's weathering on this abdomen section. I'm going to assume that on the sort of gauntlet sections you're going to get weathering as well, and just looks superb. Really, really does. It's going to be one of those pieces, and it's not dissimilar to this one, where it really is a showstopper. People's eyes are drawn to it in your display. Onto the next. Now we're seeing this base for the first time. Now, I was sort of a little bit disappointed, I must admit, that we weren't getting a diorama, because as you can see here, the original XE suit came with this fantastic diorama. You've got ice on here, and there's these steps. Big footprint with this particular base, but I love it. So I was a little bit disappointed when I saw this base, but I'm growing to like it. I think it's obviously straight away the footprint is nowhere near as big, but it's a little bit more classy, and I do like it. You've got that clear pole at the back there, which I'm assuming we're not going to go waist grabber here. I'm assuming this is going to be a crotch cup going on here, because it is such a chunky figure. The waist grabber really wouldn't work, particularly with that belt. But the base itself, I've got to say, I do like. It's just circular there. You've got the XE Suit Batman Hellbat edition with the bat symbol on there. And what looks like on the top of it, just that red bat symbol, the Arkham Origins bat symbol, which looks fantastic. And you're getting to see these legs for the first time. And trust me, they are chunky, if this thing's anything to go by. You've got those clawed feet going on there. These sort of shin guard sections are movable. These 2 sections above the ankles, if they're anything like this one as well, will lift up to aid articulation. And then you've got the metal bars around the knees. Well, they're actually plastic, but they do feel like metal, the quality of the plastic they've used, and they articulate as well. And then you've got the pads on top there. And the whole thing just works really, really well. What appeals to me is just the sheer weight and size of this figure. I love Batman when he is armored, when he is in this kind of suit. It just works for me. And you've got that cape flowing off in the back as well, looking phenomenal. On to the next one. Love this shot. I always like shots where the camera angle is lower and looking up. It just makes the figure that much more imposing. Once again, getting to see that base again, and getting to see the detailing in those shin guard sections and knee sections with almost a caliper-like thing going on around the knees. And once again, weathered on those knee pads there. I'm going to have to lean in for this. You've got weathering on those shin sections with scratches and dinks and paint applications to pick out the weathering as well. Although the abdomen section looks like material, it is actually sculpted plastic. Yeah, it just works really well. It gives that impression of material. Super imposing shot. Loving that. On to the next one. More of an action pose here. We've got him stepping forward, not dissimilar to the pose I've got him in here. Clutching the grapnel gun, which does look pretty much the same. And let's cover, we might as well talk about this now. Yes, you could say, well, this is a cash grab, because what they're doing is they've simply reused the old XE suit, new paint job, new helmet, and maybe new shoulder pads, and that's pretty much it. But by the same token, if you are a Batman completionist like me, if you love the game, I can see these two sat by side looking super impressive in the display. So yeah, Articulation looking pretty good. I'm assuming it's going to be on a par with the other one. A little bit restricted in places, which is to be expected when you're dealing with something as heavily armored as this thing. But yes, still looks like you can get a decent pose out of him. So what else have we got? Now, really is in an action pose here. Those arms are right the way up. So yeah, you're going to get those arms right up there. And once again, that cape looking brilliant. Stepping forward here, I'm trying to pick out some of the details, so I'm going to have to keep leaning in on this. We've got weathering on the top of those padded sections on the legs there, and most certainly I think we're looking at a very similar material to this here, which is, it's sort of a well, it's man-made. It comes across somewhere between a sort of a canvas and a nylon. It's like a shiny canvas, but it works, and these sort of screen-printed thermal strips really do stand the test of time. I've had this guy in all manner of poses in the display, and there's been no flaking, no cracking, no deterioration. So yeah, you can pretty much count on it standing the test of time. Love the way the light plays off this thing. If you can get him in that kind of pose, I will be happy until Christmas. It looks wonderful. On to the next one. Now we've got him clutching one of the batarangs here. Now, obviously we've obscured the support mechanism here for the purposes of this shot. But once again, yeah, looking fantastic in full flight like that, especially with the sheer bulk of this figure. It looks super imposing, and we can see all the detailing going on. The claws on the end of these boots are plastic, so you have to be a little bit careful with them. With this, I mean, you won't have that with this particular base because it's smooth, but this particular base has got a grill on the top, and these claws have a tendency to get caught in the grills, so you don't want them snapping off. But yeah, certain parts, I wouldn't say are delicate. It's well built, but when you've got so much going on here, you do need to exercise a little bit of caution sometimes when you're handling it. On to the next shot. Now this is its party piece, if you will. Apparently it reacts to the UV light, so I'm assuming what happens here, that this blue hue that you're seeing on the figure here is coming from the UV light, and what it's doing is picking up this thermal detailing in the cowl section, on the shoulders, in the gloves themselves, all on the chest area is going to get picked up by that UV light. Now, that's a nice little addition. It's not something I tend to use in the display. I've dipped my toe in the water with the UV feature on some figures, and yeah, it can be effective, but you know, short of having some kind of UV display stand going on to actually show off that effect, you're having to literally get a UV torch and stick it into the display, which is not really something I want to be doing. But it's a nice inclusion. Let's zip on to the next one. Another all-action shot here, and yeah, I can safely say that grapnel gun referencing the one next to me here looks pretty much identical, as do the batarangs. Now it looks like I think he's holding two. Yeah, he's got two batarangs going on there. So that there's obviously more than one batarang included with this, which is a nice inclusion. That electroplated red bat symbol on the chest there looks phenomenal. Loving that. And yeah, just the overall impact, as I say, is pretty stunning. Side shot there, that is super impressive. It really is. Well, it is to me anyway. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Loving those shoulder pads. It's that evil devil look that really appeals to me. And once again, the detailing on that cowl, phenomenal. Really good. Headshot there, we can see the detailing in there. That red section in that almost visor-like section in the cowl looks super reflective, as does that electroplated bat symbol. And we can see the weathering close up here around the neck area. And the head articulation actually is very good on this figure, considering the amount of stuff that's going on around it, or at least it is on the original. The weathering on that suit looks really nice, with the silver dry brushing and the scratches and the dinks going on. You've got marks on the chest area, marks on the shoulder pads, marks all around the top of the armor where the cowl comes in and the head comes in. Big thumbs up from me, this one. Side shot of the cowl, really nice again. I mean, they're getting a bit samey here, and they can do these pictures from Hot Toys, so we'll zip through them. But yeah, once again, really nice looking head sculpt there. Now, wired cape, it's showing off the beauty of the wired cape, and I do like this cape. It's the wire could be a little bit stronger in it. I hope they've improved the wire. Because it can take a little bit of futzing. It wasn't quite thick enough, in my opinion, for it to actually support itself. It's wired down the sides, but not at the bottom. It would be nice to see some wiring at the bottom here. Yeah, overall, the cape itself could do with a little bit of tweaking there. I hope they've done that. On to the next shot. Now we're looking at some of the details here. And this is really where this piece comes into its own, is with the detailing, that weathering once again on those boot sections. And this is where I can actually, you know, look at this piece next to me and say, yes, okay, hands up. They have they're reusing parts here. In fact, they're reusing a hell of a lot of parts. In fact, probably most of them, to be honest with you. But do I care? Probably not, no. So yeah, we see the detailing on the chest section there with those wires. We're seeing the detailing all down the arm itself there, and pretty much identical to what I'm seeing here, just a different color scheme. On to the next shot. It's the all shot, the shot that Hot Toys always give us at the end of their announcements when they drop a new one on us. And I've got to say, I think it's looking excellent. You've got that stand there, obviously that bat symbol on the top, the interchangeable hands, we've got the batarangs going on, we've got that weathering and the detailing close up, and obviously the UV feature here as well. So there you have it, folks. That is Hot Toys announcement for Batman Day, the XE Suit Hellbat version, the limited edition. Yes, I'm going to put my hands up and say this. Yes, those people who are going to call this a cash grab have got a valid point. Yeah, there's not a huge difference here in this figure and that figure, other than the head sculpt, the shoulder pads, and the paint job. But that's not really the point to me. If you are a massive fan of the game, if you're a massive fan of the DLC, and you're wanting to complete the set almost, I think this will be a stunning piece alongside this one, and I can see me hunting it down. But what are your thoughts on this piece? I'd be fascinated to hear. Easy pass for you? Are you not a fan of the games? Is Batman not one of your characters? You're not a Hot Toys fan? Whatever it might be, please drop a comment in the comment section below. Nothing is off menu, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this particular piece. I guess that wraps it up for this preview, folks. I suppose all it remains for me to say is a massive thank you for watching, as always. And I've mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon, and hit that hype button and like button so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale previews and reviews and other stuff we've got coming up. So until next time on the channel, a massive thank you for watching, as always. Take care of yourselves and happy collecting.